Welcome back to Signals on 91.3. This morning we'll be looking at where do I start from? We start from somewhere. We'll be looking at glitz and glam. I told Shemilore when we were preparing for this that we have already finished 30 December, but you want us to go back. We'll go back and do it. Glitz and glam in terms of events. I have with me a dedicated, tenacious, that's the word, tenacious entrepreneur, creative entrepreneur. She holds a first degree in sociology and diploma in marketing. A pursuit for excellence made her go through Lagos Business School, passionate about event planning, who runs with clients' brief and turns it into a mind-blowing reality. She's skilled in clients' consultation, budget management, and logistical planning. She excels in delivering events that meets and exceeds clients' expectations. She has mentored different people, junior coordinators, team members, providing them guidance and training to improve event execution and team performances. Spearheaded a team of passionate professionals, fostering a collaborative environment that encourages innovative ideas, solutions, and established a reputation of integrity and flawless execution. I have with me drum rolls. I have with me somebody who I have seen and observed for a while. And what she does basically is give her a brief and she turns it into a miracle. I have with me Temitope Omotoso. Welcome to Signals on 91.3. She's looking all glam because we are discussing glitz and glam. Courtesy of Shemilore. Now, quickly, if you're just tuning in, it's Signals on 91.3 and we're discussing glitz. Everything about events, everything about putting an event together, ensuring that it's comes out perfect. What she also does is also train young people who likes events. There's a lot of work that goes into event planning. Events, and that was a particular day. She had pushed me out because some of us that like work that don't have to go anywhere. She said, Oshodi, what are you doing? Come and let's come for an event. And it was just interesting. A lot goes on into that space. But let her tell us more as we ask our first question. What is it about events that get you all up excited and glam? Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
As always.
The fact that you're able to put joy on the faces of your clients. And, this whole thing starts with an idea, just a brief. You discuss, what do you expect? How would you love your clients, your guests to feel? And you take something without substance and you create it. It's like you're creating magic. Take it from nothing into something. Something that starts from just an idea and you turn it into something huge. You walk into the hall and you don't understand the hard work behind that.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I mean, the planning stage, execution, and all of that. So that gives me joy to be able to be a part of somebody's joy, to create bond in families, because sometimes it's not just weddings, it's burial. They're trying to bury their mother, give their mother or their father a befitting burial. And you're able to bond families together, bring them together against all their differences and all of that. You're still able to bring them together, and that joy, that thank you for giving us or giving our mother a befitting burial, like she deserved this. We're happy, the family is happy, and all of that. That makes me sleep well at night.
We're trying not to bring some tears out of your eyes because it's coming. Now, before we continue, there's something you said, bringing families together. It's a lot of hard work to bring uncles and aunties and daughters and sons that are not talking, they want to give each other blow. How do you, when that happens, what do you do?
It takes a lot of wisdom. And when I tell people that event planning is not just you arranging chairs and tables and tents, people think that there's a lot of background political drama, politics, family politics, where you have to be wise. Child A will tell you that I don't want to sit close to child C. She's very rude. I don't want my friends to, you have to be very diplomatic. You handle that without telling the other party. It's a lot of confidentiality that goes in there. At the end of the day, nobody's pointing fingers to say, the planner said. So, so it's your emotional intelligence has to kick off. It has to be really high up there because they will try and lock your heads. You don't have to get involved in their family, and there's always family drama. Every family has it, but you don't have to put yourself in that position where you're taking sides. This is why I'm here. Then you focus on your mission and get it done
sensibly.
Yeah.
I like the word sensibly. Now, if you during this projects and you've run different projects, was there ever a time that you decided that why did I even go into event management?
Oh yes.
Okay, so why did you go into event management?
Oh yes. There was. There have been few. I mean, there was a particular wedding where both families were not getting along. The the groom's family and the bride's family, they were not getting along. And now I have to be the collateral damage. It's sometimes you ask yourself, is this really necessary? Where the mother of the bride will call you, don't take the calls of the mother of the groom because you didn't do this. Why am I getting in the middle of all of these things? So if you're not very smart and if you're not slow to speak, you get into some dirty
Politics.
Dirty conversations and drama. And at the end of the day, they all look for somebody to just put the blame on. Yes, they always look for that. They don't want to take responsibility, to take charge. I said this, with my full chest. This is what I told the planner. But they try to say, no, I didn't, So you have to be very smart. Native intelligence also come up. Street smart at that point, because you can see through them and you know the end of this if you get involved. So all the small talks and petty talks, let's just create a group. Anything you want to say to me, say it on the group.
And they won't say
transparent. No, they won't.
They won't say it.
So
but why did you, when you get to those points where you ask yourself, Temitope, why did I go into event planning? Why did you go into event planning?
Sister.
Confess. It's time to confess. Why did you go into event planning?
I think I'm just a natural logistics person. It just came. I don't know. I was doing other things. Like I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I was doing other things, but I found that, I grew up in a family where every 26th Boxing Day, we always have a family party, and my sisters are not,
they're very bougie.
Yeah, they don't want to get involved, so I get involved.
Yeah, the one that does all the dirty work.
I can hide meat here and there.
All
of those things. So I think it came naturally, but even as it came naturally, I still had to learn. I still had to improve on my skills and all of that. So it wasn't, I didn't wake up. I loved it. I enjoyed doing it, but I still, my sister's wedding was like the guinea pig.
It's nice. How,
yeah.
What was the response?
It was good. I even did decoration at that wedding. I remember. It was good, but that was my first
event planning
event. My first wedding. It was my sister's wedding. And I did it well. I remember.
Yeah.
She trusted me enough. That was something. One of her biggest deals. She gave it to
her younger sister.
My younger sister. So it proved, like me, it was my younger sister's wedding to plan. And I did well.
And you're even going back remembering it. It's really very good.
So that made me realize that I could do it. I just needed to put in a lot of work and enhance my skills, learn more, push myself out there. Yes.
Nigeria is a country where there's always one owambe or the other, regardless of the economy.
We can't kill us.
Okay, she had to say because I wonder. I think party is a lot of work.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, there's no money. You are doing it. You would think that what happened in 2024 with inflation, things very expensive, people will cut down on parties.
Well, we're cutting down. See, really.
Okay.
People are cutting down. The budgets they are no longer as huge as they used to be. The inflation is real. It's not just I'd like to think that a lot of clients last year they are not absorbed the reality that this thing is deep. So a lot of times, sometimes when they come up with the budgets, you'll be like, this thing is unrealistic. It is not possible. But they're still struggling. But now I think everybody's fully immersed in it that there's inflation and we have to get with the program.
Now, before inflation,
right?
How much is too much? How much is a minimum wedding cost?
It depends. Wedding.
No, I know you're glam. That's why we name this conversation. Now, I have some to things. We name this conversation Glitz and Glam. But the minimum, let's say, okay, somebody is coming to touch before the inflation to say that I have, even me, I don't want to say the minimum. Let's say I have like 2 million naira. What?
2 million for what?
Okay. So after the inflation. That's before inflation.
Even
Now,
before the inflation, how much would you book a hall?
that's a lot.
Let's be realistic. How much would you book the venue? How much would you pay the decorator? Decoration, venue, the food, drinks. Those four major.
All decoration, food, and drink, and then the guest count.
Yeah. So it depends on your guest size. Your guest size determines how much you'd spend eventually. So, for instance, if you have 500 guests, you know that that's a huge party.
But that 500 guests is not 500 guests. It's 600 to 700 guests.
Exactly. So you have to look at that. Look at the band.
The band.
Look at, yes, so many things to look at. And you know, Nigerian parties, we just don't do food. We do small chops. We do grills. We do barbecue.
Dessert.
We do dessert. We do ice cream. All the fruits and all of that.
The culture is culturing.
It's culture, yes.
It's culture. So, post-inflation, a minimum party for, let's say, 200. Now, let me tell you why I'm asking this.
Okay. So yesterday,
Yes.
sorry to cut you.
No,
I've been speaking to a prospect who've been trying to plan their mom's 60th. And when she called me, she was like, Tosh, my mom is it's going to be 60, blah, blah, blah. And our budget is 5 million. I said, what's your guest size? She said, 250. And I want everything. See, the problem now is not the budget.
Okay.
The problem is you coming up with ideas that are beyond your budget. The problem is you going on the internet and taking pictures. This is what I want. This is what. Have you asked the client? That
What
did
they
that
want?
particular. No, the client that posted that picture from their wedding or their event. How much they spent? Maybe you should ask them their budget before you compare it to yours. So they have ideas. I mean, everybody's. This is my event. This is how big I want it to be. But do you have the money for it? So sometimes you don't have to plan a huge one. You can do something within your means. But
we don't do things within our means.
Exactly. So they have pictures from somebody's. Oh, I saw this on somebody's page and I love it on a blog. Did you ask them how much they paid for that? So sometimes they come up with this brief and it's not realistic with the budget. When she told me the budget, I said it's not possible. She felt, slighted. Why would you say? Because I'm being realistic with you. If you want all of these things you have mentioned, it is not possible.
So we can't even with 5 million.
You can.
But it depends on. So
you don't
let's
have
say
to.
let's say 5 million for, let's say, 100 guests. Fair enough.
So in that case,
But that 100 is not 100 though.
in that case, you're not looking for a caterer who does 10,000 naira per plate.
No.
You probably have Olokbo in your house. Call them to come and cook. You want to cut costs, but then you also want the aesthetically pleasing event, and you have to factor that in to know that, okay, this is what we can't afford it. So let's get an Olokbo. Let's just do it in our compound and everybody's happy. But you don't want that. You want
And then as photographer.
video. You
Video.
want
That's
360. Exactly. 360 cam.
Where you'll be
Exactly.
dancing.
Photo booth and all of that. But when all of these things cost money. They are not free. And vendors, no vendor will do that for you free. They also earn a living from this. So we have to be realistic with our expectations.
So I asked that because sometimes last year, if you want to be part of the program, you can call us or call us 0809 234 5913, or you can send us a WhatsApp message 0809 234 5913. We're discussing with Temitope Omotoso, serial entrepreneur and event planner and entrepreneur, the glitz and glam of the events that we see online, and we want them, but we don't know that there's a cost to it. Now, I asked that because an aunt of mine had called me and said, "Oh, Adewunmi, I want food for 35 people." So I said, "Okay, I have a caterer who, she whether she likes it or not, I'm always on her case. She gives me a bill, and I know she was giving me that bill for me. And then I ask somebody else. So first caterer gives me 387,000
For 35 people.
for 35 people, and the list was different meals. Then I go out and ask another person. My aunt was like, "Oh, don't miss someone." I said, "Okay, you know what, Mom? Hold on, let's ask somebody else." And they gave me a bill of 588. Okay. I said, "See, let's just backtrack first." Right? And I look at it that this is now expensive, even for 35 people. How
It's
much
like
more?
$1 million.
Yes, and then how much more?
The party where you have to set up.
A part of me is asking, is it compulsory we do party? Well, because Nigerians love to party. Well,
just set your priorities.
if you're saying set your priorities right, I want the best of the best.
The money, no, you have money.
It's all about the money, money, money. Now, it's 2024. We held different parties. What are your thoughts on this? Is 2025? It's a new year. Hold on a second. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name or where you calling us from?
My name is Adewunmi.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say, my wife's grandma, I think I need a gift for her.
Okay.
Because if she gets a date, definitely there will be an event planner.
Yes.
So I'm listening to you guys. I'm looking forward.
You're looking for expo. Okay, he's looking for expo. We have her here to ask. Now, you have to go there. Now, if you have questions, comments, and if you're looking for her, she's right here. How do you deal with crowd control?
So
We're here. How do you deal with if somebody's saying I want 500 guests, and how do you deal with?
I'm laughing because I've experienced pretty much awkward situations with this crowd control.
Share with us.
So, for instance, if it's a wedding and the couple come, Tosh, we want this to be strictly by invitation.
Yeah.
If you don't have access cards, you don't come in. You don't. I mean, I love the thought of that. I love that we have to plan and we get accurate figures. But then, have you discussed with their parents?
Oh,
It's, "No,
our
it's
almighty
my
parents.
wedding. It's my wedding, madam.
Nigerian mommies and daddies.
Let's speak to your parents. Talk to them about this. Let them be aware that you want to make it strictly by invitation, so that they're also.
How do you tell your mom and your dad that it's strictly by
No, they do.
Okay.
But I don't want to say our parents.
Our parents, let's say it. Everybody knows our parents. Our parents are not parenting.
But they tell them, okay, it's fine if that's what you want. I had an incident once at a wedding. This couple came in from Canada, and they said, no, we don't want crowd. We don't want strictly by invitation. We want their name out there. You know, everybody. If you don't, so we had to arrange their seats and their names together. So when you come in, you see your name and your seat, then your access card. Then the mother of the groom called me that our cousin forgot our invite in Abuja. Okay? The groom had warned me specifically not to get involved. I said, Mommy, there's nothing I can do. It's beyond me, you know. And all
It's your son.
Then she called me again, and our niece forgot. I said, this is why we discussed this earlier, and I told you. Then at some point, she said, you know what, a family member, everybody, get up. Let the planner go and bring her family to come and see that. I'm telling you that happened.
But it was her son.
And she was aware.
That her son said.
Of course, because it
Politics.
was there and it was very, no, Mommy, it's not going to happen. Then she said, okay, no problem. My family members.
And they all stood up.
Up. They stood up. Let's go. Planner, go and bring your family. They can take our place and all of that. So the groom, he cried. He didn't have a choice than to bow.
Wow.
Yes, he caved in. But then he wasn't happy. And I think it strained their relationship afterwards because I still remained friends with the couple.
Wow.
Yeah, it strained their relationship.
But why do you think that? That's a lot.
So sometimes you might plan everything. If your parents are not, everybody has to be in sync. We have to agree. Sometimes it's the groom's family that will agree, and the bride's family say, Nibo, awalero, omo ikolawa.
Oh, yes.
So are telling me 500 guests. My mother's cousins, somebody, we are 200. Something.
You know, this reminds me of an incident within the family where somebody was doing an event, naming ceremony. And the guy had already said, "You people that are important to me are already here." And the mother of the son said, "So it's only the wife's family that has crowd." I had to go and look at the woman. Madam, what's your problem? I had to be that brutal. And it was like, we did not call this, we did not call that. And then I was wondering,
sometimes it's just competition. Let the bride's family or the groom, so let them know that we're not one bear, our head's there. So they can't.
So this is a cultural thing.
Yes, and it's like, you know, that subtle rivalry, like our little, that kind of thing. So they are trying to beat one another at the expense of the budget. Don't forget that the more the guests, the more money you spend.
The more the guests.
Oh,
So you that you're listening, you have something. The more the
yeah. For some people, they want to invite 1,000 people, but they can't afford it. They don't have capacity for 1,000 guests, but they still want to invite. That's why you go to some parties and say, I'm not being on jail carry, because they didn't plan for it. If I'm inviting 1,000 guests, I should make food at least 1,300 extra, 1,200,
for 1,500.
but now you have 1,000 guests and you made food for 700, so it becomes a battle. We've not collected food yet. We've not. They're dragging you.
Okay, that's one, crowd control. How do you also deal with sharing of souvenirs? Because let me tell you why I'm even asking. There is this video. I even had to call my cousin. Some of our aunties in Isaleko. There was a lot. I had to call my cousin. Guy, this is where we came out from. It's not funny. They're sharing all sorts. And I was wondering, why do we have... Anyway, I know Yorubas like to show off. I know.
We had one in was it October or November, where they shared suitcases and all of that. So when the client told me, I said, you know what, this is how we do this.
Suitcase?
Yes. Sir.
What's inside the suitcase? Empty suitcases.
Yes.
Is it by how that this that you say if you don't buy Ankara, it's a more? Is it by the?
I don't think theirs was about the Ankara. I think it was just for their friends. Like, thank you for coming.
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
So
I need to
at that point, I
event.
just told them that to avoid issues, with these suitcases, because not everybody's your guest. Everybody has their own crowd. So what you should do is to ensure that the suitcases arrive at the venue before the party, so you're not carrying it in while people are seated. So you know who you're giving it to. I'm not going to get involved. I don't know who your friends are directly. We might have 10 people on the table, and you want to just give 8 people. The planner or the coordinator might make a mistake and give who they're not supposed to, and it becomes an issue.
And you can't go and collect it back.
No, you can't. So you have to be directly in charge, or put somebody from the family who recognizes all your friends. So the extra Isaleko, the way they share their gifts, mostly they do it themselves, because they have like a clique, like a club member, something, women of something, men of something. So they sit together, so they know themselves. Sometimes with Ashwebi, sometimes with the Gili, sometimes they just feel that I want to walile, and so they share it amongst themselves. So
wow, that's a lot. Now in event planning, are people really cutting their coats according to their sizes in this economy, or do we still see a huge influx of extravagant events? Truth.
So for people getting married, for instance, you don't just wake up tomorrow and say you want to get married. You plan it. People plan it.
Okay.
So when you're planning, you're also planning your finances along. The same way you say you're going to school, you have to plan. So okay, I resume in January. This is it. Our budget is so 10 million.
Yeah.
How much do we save before
so
what are our parents doing before, who is supporting and is always sponsoring? Some people, they even have people that sponsor their entire wedding. So what do you need? And just sponsor. So you plan ahead to know that this is what I need. And in cases like that, where you're on a budget, you don't have to do a 2 days affair, like engagement today, white wedding tomorrow. You can do everything in one day. Yes, just to cushion the effect
of the funds.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have a training upcoming for people who want to go into the event. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
I love that we don't look like our challenges.
We should not look like our challenges, but it's a lot of work. And you are trying to, because I'm sure that as you have, is it okay for us to ask how many events you have done in the past 20 years?
20 or 10.
10 years. Please tell me. That's a decade. Just give us a number.
Maybe 150. 118. I'm not sure.
No, let's even say.
Let's say 1. Okay.
150 events. That's 150 events. Yeah. Officially 150 events. The other smaller events that you have done and planned, let's say another 50. Make it 200. Because I know people will call you, touch, I'm having something, come and oversee it, and they won't pay you for it.
Oh no, I don't do that anymore.
Oh, that's why I added it under the 50.
No,
150 official events. Any longer.
I mean, even in my earliest days, it has to be in exchange for something.
Okay. It's all right. Now that you want to train new sets of event planners, what should they be expecting?
Oh my! Last year we had a ball. We had a January training, and I'm so happy. I mean, it gives me so much joy to see my mentees doing well. It makes me proud.
Hold on, Mama.
It makes me proud, like to see them that I trained these people and they put in the work. Because a lot of people come for trainings like that and they're not ready to put in the work. They don't want to go through the process. They just want to wake up one day and they are blown. Even me, I'm not blown yet, right? But they put in the work. I see it, and I mean, in December they were doing back to back, and I'll sit there like, thank God, thank God. Yes, it gives me joy. So I'm looking forward to seeing younger ladies.
Younger men too now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who'd want to make something out of your life. I mean, enough of complaining. There's no job out there. There's no this out there. Make use of your contact, of your network, and build something for yourself. You can. And you should, especially in this economy where it looks like
Nothing
inflation
is
is exactly. You have to build, and you don't need so much money to start.
Okay.
You don't need a lot of money to start. You just need the right knowledge to start and the right community to start. And we have a thriving community where we support. When you need support, we are there to hold your hand. Still, you're able to stand by yourself.
So when is the next cohort happening?
It's on the 23rd and 24th in Lagos, Ikeja.
Okay.
So
good.
yes, you should be a part of it. It will change your life, and I mean it.
Yeah, I know what to do about it.
Whoever listening to me that wants to be a part of it, it will change your life. So
now,
it's not just the business; it changes your mind. It changes your mindset. Changes how you see things, how you think. It just changes. You just know that I can do it, and I will do it. I started from being an usher too, so I started from the lowest of the pyramid, and I grew up the ladder. So it's not a day's job, but it's something you can do.
okay. How do you handle vendor selections and negotiations? You know when? Oh yeah. Let's.
I mean, like I said, you tell us your budget per realistic budget. Because you can't wake up and tell me that I want a 2-tier cake, wedding cake for 100,000. That's not realistic.
Cake is not expensive.
Exactly.
Cake
So
is not.
I like that. I like that some clients are very realistic. They know that even to get a carton of chicken in the market now, it costs so amount. A bag of rice costs so amount. So you're not coming to me or going to a vendor and start sounding like you guys have been exploitative. We all know that food is expensive. So if you tell me, for instance, that my budget for decor is 5 million, I know who to go to. So we align your budget,
But by different vendors.
Yes.
Now, how does 2025 hold? What are your thoughts for 2025 event planning as a whole? We're in the new year.
Yes, I think that back last year, a lot of clients were struggling with the new pricing.
Yeah.
And it was yet to sink in for them that this thing might never go back to how it used to be. Like we might never get to that point where the decor was 2 million or 3 million. Now you're paying huge money for this thing. But now they've accepted. You have to come into that to accept that, man, inflation is real and deep. We might never get to where we used to be. So yes, they've accepted, and from acceptance,
the budget to come out, the money will come out
somehow, or you reduce your guest size. I mean, you don't have to. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it, and that's okay.
You there's something you've constantly said all through is reduce your guest size. Now, we are working with Nigerians, and you and I know that even if you say you reduce your guest size, there are people who will come in with their own food and drinks. How do you accommodate them in the hall?
So most of our events, or my events, that is not applicable. We don't accept that. So what we tell the clients, if you have anybody who wants to give you food or drinks, or let's factor that in. So we plan ahead. They have their vendor tent outside. You can't. I mean, it's not a local. We don't plan RAS parties. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Because we always have those aunties.
No, we don't plan RAS parties, so it doesn't happen where you bring people out that the bouncers will not even allow you in. You go to the vendor's court. Right. So we don't plan RAS parties.
Okay, so there is space for people for
Yes.
people's excesses.
But we have to plan ahead. Let's know if anybody's giving you pepper soup for 100 guests, if somebody's donating because people always give, let's know ahead so they have tables for them and all of that. We are not barbarians where you now put food on the floor and you're not.
How do you deal with timing? Because it's still the African time.
Yes, you can plan everything in the books and say you're ready even the planning, the decor, and everybody is ready, and you're still waiting for the family. Maybe you're always still struggling with the gilly back home, but we are good. We are ready. We are waiting for them. So whenever they're ready, sometimes they delay. When they delay like that, and the timing, because most halls give you 8 hours maximum, you have to pay extra. So you let them know ahead that this time you're wasting. You have to pay an extra. Maybe 1 hour is 100K. I don't know. It depends on the venue. Or 150K or 200K. The more you waste time, the more your money, because at some point they'll have to turn off the gen, so you have to choose your
not even now. When now
diesel is
in an event planning setup, walk us through your typical event planning process from concept to execution.
what
Walk us through from Oshodi is coming to meet Tosh that please come and plan my birthday or my mom's 60th. The idea will be just hold on first. Just hold on first. Don't send me back to my village. Now walk us through somebody giving you a brief for the first time. Let's say 60th, and we're in concept planning to execution. How does that work?
Okay, you reach out to us. You tell us what you want.
Because I need an example now.
Your date, availability for your date. If you're available for your date, yes, you might not be available for your date. So availability for your date. What you expect and all of that. Then we send you an invoice.
So there is no free consultation before?
No, I mean free consultation. We talk. That's the free consultation.
Okay.
For any other thing after then, from mood board to say, okay, can you go to the hall? I mean, we know how much fuel is. I can't just drive to the hall today and check it and say, my wife said our cousin can plan it. I don't have time for that.
How do you deal with that?
I don't deal with that. Because a lot of times, like I said from the very beginning, no one wants to go ahead and waste to how much it will cost for us to start. So when you've paid, and we know that we're in business.
Yes.
Other than that, after then we can do anything. We can go to the venue, start looking for vendors, drop a mood board, and
you
all
want
of
it
that.
to look like.
Yes, but other than that, I can't do anything. If you pay, payment
validates order. It signals on 91.3. While payment is validating order currently, if you have questions for Temitope Omotoso, founder and CEO of Tosh Events, creative entrepreneur, event entrepreneur, it's plenty. Our folder is plenty. If you have questions for her, you can call us 0809-234-5913. If you want to see the gorgeous glitz and glam mama, you can head to our YouTube page, YC Communications, YC Coms, and you see her live and direct. If you have questions, send us a WhatsApp message 0809-234-5913. So far, from now till 10 years ago, when you decided to take on your sister's first major project,
right?
What have you learned?
Consistency is king.
Consistency is king.
You have to be consistent.
Say that again.
Consistency is king. Consistency is king. It's very important.
Why do you say that?
I mean, let people know you for something. When they know you for something, the first thing that comes to their head when they have an event, say, call Tosh. Call Tosh, wherever they are in the world. Tosh, do you still do planning? Like I got a message last night. Tosh, are you still in Lagos for my clients? And I think I planned 3 of the weddings from the family, but they all relocated. Tosh, are you still in Lagos? I'm here. You people left me now. Okay, so I'll call you tomorrow. There's an event. So wherever they are in the world, because you're a global planner, you're not local, right? International planner. Wherever they are in the world, they still remember you. They know you for something, right? And they know that you do this work very well. You're very efficient at it. So
now, you've spoken about local, we're not local. How do you deal with the diaspora clients?
that's what I just said.
They
know me.
So
they know what we can do.
Which is easy, the Nigerians or the diasporans?
Please don't put me on the spot.
Oh no! No, but really, because I asked that not to put you on the spot, but no, just hold on first now. We have money. What's that? And the ones that refuse not to go. But here's the thing, right? They have, and why I ask that is they have. They're more exposed to some events, but most of them, and I've noticed that they always want to come back to Tiwa.
There's nothing like a Nigerian party.
Oh yeah.
There is nothing like a Nigerian party. Absolutely.
What do you think they're missing?
They're missing the Owambe, the fun, the ashwebi, the glitz and the glam. The show, no way, all of us paparazzi.
Now, speaking of,
They're over there.
no, they're very, very, very.
It's
But
so
you know
good.
what I realize is with people also doing events across abroad, wherever they are, outside the shores of Nigeria, there is still that Nigerian.
Oh, they do it. I mean, they do it. Let's be honest. They even make more money than us here. I mean, look at the naira and dollars now. Come on now. We know that.
But we can still spend our money.
Do you understand? They do it, but it's not as glamorous as we have it here. You know, you walk into a hall and you're like, oh my God. The decor, you're like, is this Nigeria? Is this Lagos? That's money. For you to exclaim and say, wow, that is money speaking. Abroad, I mean, you see decorations, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. Sometimes they are just basic, but it's a lot of money. It's even expensive. Sometimes more expensive than we spend here in Nigeria.
Now, with you said truly no way I thought, but now they are asking us we cannot be spraying as we used to
We
spray.
don't spray, they do bundle.
Oh, we do bundle.
They do, not me. Please help me. They do bundle.
No,
They do
because
bundle.
we can't spray the Nigerian part
No,
of
they
us
just put it in the bag, like just spray.
But
What they're saying is don't step on the naira.
don't step on the
Don't
naira.
disagree them.
Okay,
Just
our
put it in
golden
the bag.
naira.
Just drop in the.
Oh, but there's a steez around
Yeah,
that.
you can do it in the bag.
Oh,
You can do it in the bag.
well,
But don't step on the naira.
Well, here's the thing, and this is me trying not to be very naughty, but want to be naughty. Is after all of this, it's a day's event,
No.
and you go home and you are tired. You see, you go home. I can feel that you go home and you're tired, and what joy does it give you? Because you spoke about joy. What joy does it give you?
For instance, I have a client. I think they'll be getting married in June.
Please, I'm coming for that event.
And I was
Please, I'm following you.
I was contacted. I think we were contacted last year. Last year, December. No, I don't even mean 2024. I think 2023. We started talking, and I told them to wait till mid-year and all of that. And the excitement from this couple, they don't live in Nigeria. The excitement and all of that, you can't wait. So for me, we've all just been talking, budget, mood board, and all of that. Till that execution, by the time we execute, when she saw the venue, she was like, oh my God. She saw the venue, just videos. She wasn't even, she's not
Trust.
Here. So it takes a level of integrity, social trust, that somebody would send you huge money to say, plan my, even though I'm not there. There's none of my family member who is there to check. Are they doing it? Are they not doing it?
Trust.
It's trust. It's integrity. And when you've built a name for yourself, it speaks. I've never met her. A lot of clients, I don't meet them till their wedding day or a few days to the wedding. Yes, because they're diaspora clients. So they just come in,
Do their wedding.
oh my God, oh my God. It blows my mind that
It should blow
we
your
can
mind.
take someone from this. We started from this level, and now we are at the execution stage. And you walk into your venue like, man, like I see the worth of my money. I see what the money was spent on, and it's all worth it. It gives me joy. I go to bed saying, thank you, Jesus. Like I'm of value. I'm a blessing.
Yeah. Too.
I had joy to people's lives and family. It's a lot.
One more before we wrap up. How do you? We've spoken about dealing with families.
Right.
That's one. How do you deal with extended families? So let's assume that father has 2 wives and everybody has to be there. How do you quell disputes and stepbrother, Nigerians have large families. How do you deal with the politics of ensuring that they meet up to time, they're in church, the bride is not?
I mean, they don't have to be in church as long as the couple and their immediate family. Honestly, I mean, those things don't matter to me anymore. I see that people try to play games when it comes to family dynamics, trying to punish one another for what their mother did or what somebody did. And I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. As long as my couple are in church, their parents or whoever, their
The people that they
family,
want.
immediate family members are there. Any other person, if you like, don't show up. We don't even see you. Those are the people that matter. They matter. They are the important ones. And sometimes when you have overbearing extended family, like there was an incident where my couple came late to the venue. It was a traditional wedding. The bride came late because she had to do the Igbanku first in the morning, and she went back to the hotel to change. And she got delayed, traffic, and by the time she came in, she was already pressured. I mean, people are waiting, they're calling her and all that. She was already pressured. That is enough pressure for anybody. So she's here now. Let's just wait for them to call her in. And this uncle came from nowhere. Why are you late? Why are you something? I was holding myself
not to give the money punch.
like you need to go and sit down. And he kept saying, see the time, see the something. I just called the bouncer. Tell this man to go and sit down because I don't want to speak.
Good.
Then he went to the man. Daddy, go and sit down. What do you mean go and sit down? What do you want to do? What are you going to do about that? She's late and she's here. And he told her to sit. I think his wife saw that and said, you see, like, this is what we tell you at home. You don't know how to mind your business. See, he sat like this all through the event. Don't push your boundaries. Respect people. Respect their time. This is that day. She's already under pressure. You don't have to push, keep pushing her button. Why are you late? Why she's late? Yes, we agree. And she's here now. Just come and enjoy the part. You don't have to be in charge of. You know how families want to. Everybody, I'm the uncle. No, not here.
They want to show themselves.
No, you have to sit down.
Now you have planned weddings. You have planned traditional marriages. You have planned funeral ceremonies, birthdays, opening stores. Which event? Which of the events? Corporate events. Yeah, corporate events. Which of the events would you say is giving you most fulfillment?
Okay, so there is this client of mine, and she's a friend. She became a friend, and we became closer after then. She lost her dad, and it was a very traumatizing
event
for them. They couldn't do anything. Like, when our mom couldn't even, they couldn't think about how
the
do
loss.
I bury my husband or buy coffin. So what did they do? Tosh, take. Bury my dad.
Whoa!
I'm telling you, everything
that's very
down
intimate.
to the coffin, down to clothing, down to going to the village, doing everything. They were not involved. I'm not even kidding. From A to Z, they were too traumatized. They were too sad. Even it was deep. It was deep. So for me to, at some point in the course of planning, I find myself just taking a break to cry more. Like, this is deep. Yes, loss is not just a party. It's not. It's deeper. After you people have done the Owambe and all of that, gone back to your homes, they come back into their shell, withdrawn, depressed, sad. See, this isn't real. So that was one of it for me. Like, the entire family said, you know what? We can't deal with this. The coffee, they don't care. Like, this picture, I'll send pictures of coffin. What should we do? We said, we don't care. We trust you. Just do it.
Well, and on that was fulfilling.
Something for me. After the event, I broke down.
You have no choice.
For like a week, I started processing, like, this is grief. And grief is hard. And you rarely get healed from grief. You have to live with it.
It's a continuum.
Yes.
It's a continuum. Well, thank you. Thank you for the work that you put in.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's okay. Well, thank you to Adenike for holding the camera. It's very important because you cannot be working with the event planner. You'll be working. I've had to see some of our events, and from my fan, I'm like, Madam, the day that she invited me to one, funny enough, I met my uncle and I was so happy. But I saw you not just working because you wanted to work. I saw you putting in your spirit inside the work, and well done, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Anyway, till we come your way again next week Saturday, like we always see on Signals, that 1 hour is up.
Wow.
So everyone who's listening, it goes by so fast. So that one that you're telling, you know what we're talking about. Now, till we come your way again next week Saturday, dream again, create opportunities for people, because people will be people. Keep creating opportunities. It's a new year, and let's learn.
For our training.
Oh yeah, they say you should come for our training. Please go and look for her on Instagram. She's Tosh. Tosh Events, Tosh Academy.
So if you have kids that are fresh out of school, graduates who are still waiting on a job, instead of let them go and learn a skill. They can learn event planning. We have a thriving community of event professionals who hold them by the hands and support them.
Okay.
Let them come and learn.
You will work, anyway.
Of course,
you will work. You will work. Have a wonderful. Glitz and Glam. Here we are, 2025.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful week and God bless. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
18 applications. I'm like, let me
Good
get
application.
from my phone.